If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from?
Hey guys, I'm Vlad.
And I'm the minor layer the cable guy.
Today we are reviewing Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis.
This movie is about a kid named Forrest Gump who couldn't walk nor think like a normal child. Later on in this movie, he got picked on a lot and started to run as one of his friends told him to, Jenny. This ability somehow got him out of his braces and, well, he was able to run really, really fast. And this ability got him into, well, football and became a football star, football player, football everything. He then got in the U.S. Army. It started out rough, but he got used to it and became one of the best soldiers in that platoon. Later, he got put into combat in the Vietnamese War. One of his best friends died on that horrific battlefield. He met Jenny later on, but she left again. But this time, it was very intimate. He became successful in so many things, such as ping pong. Again, he met with Jenny, but she left again. He thought of what Jenny said when she told him to run when something bad happened, so that's what he did. And after that long run, he reunited with Jenny again. This time she didn't leave and married her.
Despite the many points of comedy and filler, Forrest Gump is considered a deep meaning film because of the inspiring themes, universal messages of living life to the fullest and working hard to get what you want. Can I go now?
Now we still gotta do a lot of stuff.
I hate you.
The plot of Forrest Gump contains some very comedic and useless points in the movie, and I believe that it could have used those times to introduce some new and well-written plot points. For example, when Forrest Gump was in the American football team, he drank himself 15 Dr. Peppers and had to pee. The writer could have easily have written something else, but decided not to and add more useless subplots. Another example would be when he got shot in the buttocks. This movie has many useless points. That is what it's known for, after all. All people say when I bring up Forrest Gump in a conversation is, "Run, Forrest, run!" At the same time, though, the movie has a lot of value in inspiring scenes. For example, when Jenny died, even though it was sad, it finally got the movie in this deep currents. As her childhood dream wish to become a bird and fly far, far away was fulfilled as a feather. Darn tootin', I love this scene. I just love its symbolic meaning. You know, since Jenny died and all, as a child she wished, of course, for her, well, to fly as a bird, far, far away. She didn't really become a bird, but she flew, symbolically, as a feather. I'm sorry, but I would never be able to live my life as a feather. I mean, flying anywhere without any control. What if somehow got into a birdhouse with two birds?
Larry, stop it. Just stop it. This isn't a stand-up show.
Sorry. So anyways, another example would be when Jenny came back home to Alabama to be with Forrest, where he asked her to marry him. She said no, but made it up to Forrest later by doing the wild monkey dance. These scenes prove that you don't need to be a genius like me to know what love is.
The movie has its share of bad points, like me, but makes up it with the amount of good points it has, not like me. For example, when he was diagnosed as stupid, kids picked on him, but he didn't let that get in his way. He resorted to one last thing Jenny told him. When something looks too hard, don't try and solve it like you usually do. Just run. This shows that Forrest Gump is much more than a comedy, and is really a meaningful film. I kinda like it now, but not.
Tell them what they do.
Hey, dummy! Are you going or just plain stupid? No, I'm Forrest Gump. Just run away, Forrest. Run, Forrest! Run away! Hurry! Get the bus! Hurry up! Oh, yeah, here we go. Get you! Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest! Come back to you!
This movie has a recurring theme, which is to work hard to get what you want. An example would be when he was under attack in the War of Vietnam. He just thought of what Jenny told him to do in that situation was to just run. That thought saved his life and he got a Medal of Honor for it. Lucky him. Another example of this theme was when Jenny left and Forrest ran and ran and ran. I got tired just watching him. He worked hard enough and reached that goal.
You're done.
That didn't even make any sense. Finally, why this movie is considered to be a meaningful film is because of the light philosophy references. It adds a slight charm to the movie, or so I'm told. And that's why what gave it its meaningfulness. It gives the movie some life lessons to it, and even a moral. For example, this quote, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." This shows such an innocent saying could lead to such a great lesson. It tells that life is random, no one can predict the future. Another example would be discrimination. This movie shows a variety in which basis of race is discriminated. An example would be that scene when the black people were fighting for their rights. It shows that everything wasn't just fine and dandy at that time, and it will never be.
Black people.
We finally reached the conclusion of this God-forsaken review. Some people believe that Forrest Gump is a comedy because of its funny moments and awkward scenes, but were proven wrong when the universal meaning of life, about living life to the fullest and not giving in, occurred. The multiple inspiring themes and input, knowing that you have to work to receive, were mainly used the movie for our source of information. This easily proves that Forrest Gump is much more than a comedy. This movie was giving high ratings by critics, because critics always give the best ratings, and say that this is a no-brainer to go see this movie.
I believed at first that it was a useless and funny, but later it convinced me that it was full of meaning, because of its multiple inspiring themes, its universal message to live life as the fullest, and the way it shows that you have to work hard to get what you want. God bless Wikipedia for its information. This review proved that Forrest Gump is underestimated as a comedy movie, but once you dive into it deep, you can understand what the movie really is about. This movie is a lot like that first chocolate you eat from a box. It's munchy, crunchy, and can't stand it. But once you give it a little bit of time, it really sinks in. So anyways, thank you for watching Lights Camera Reaction, and join us next time when we review Justin Bieber's Never Say Never.
No, we're not reviewing that.
Okay.
Good night, everyone. For Larry the Cable Guy and myself, Vladimir. Good night.
And this review was sponsored to you by Coca-Lardo.
It's Chocolate. I'm gonna pretend like that didn't happen along the way.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. Yes, sir, I'm Cuban Pete. I'm the craze of my native street. When I start to dance, everything goes chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. The senoritas say sing and they swing with their umbrella. It's very nice, so full of spice. And with the dancing they bring a happy ring that I kettle, singing a song all the day long. Now if you like the beat, take a lesson from Cuban Pete, and that's you to chicky chicky boom, chicky chicky boom, chicky chicky boom.
He's really modest guy, although he's the hottest guy in Havana.
See, senorita, I know that you would like a chicky boom chick. It's very nice. So
Where'd you get that chocolate?
I place my hand on your hip and if you will just give me your hand, that we shall try. Just you and I. If you like the beat, take a lesson from Cuban Pete, and I'll teach you to chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.